In the beginning, we meet a magical boy named Majo, who performs street magic shows with his friend. But his tricks had become old and boring, so people stopped paying attention. One day, Majo notices a strange-looking girl in the crowd. Curious, he follows her. When the girl realizes he's behind her, she stops near an old cupboard. Majo suddenly gets an idea. He thinks if he can bring a witch out of the cupboard and defeat her with magic in front of everyone, maybe people will start liking his shows again. Majo approaches the girl, whose name is Kang, and asks her to join his show. Kang also needs work, so she agrees. Later, Majo performs in a big hall filled with people. As part of his act, he chants a spell on the cupboard. When the cupboard opens, he throws a black cloth into the air, and it begins to float like a ghost. Majo asks the ghost, "Why have you come here?" The ghost replies, "I want revenge. My killer is among these people." The audience becomes terrified. Then the ghost points at a girl, and the black cloth ghost quickly captures her. The ghost vanishes, but the girl ends up wrapped inside the black cloth herself. Majo then picks up an axe, chants a spell, and strikes at the ghost. The girl who was wrapped in the black cloth falls to the ground, and the cupboard closes by itself. When Majo removes the cloth, the girl is gone. Just then, Majo's companions come and cover the cupboard with another cloth. When Majo pulls it away, the cupboard itself has disappeared, but the girl suddenly reappears safely, sitting in the audience. The crowd cheers and enjoys Majo's show very much. After the show, it's revealed that the ghost in the black cloth was actually Kang, and the girl in the audience was also part of their team. Everything had been part of Majo's clever plan, helped by his good friend. When the work is done, Kang prepares to leave. Majo stops her and says, "Wait, we're all going out together. Will you come with us?" But Kang refuses and goes home. When Kang goes home, she talks to her mother on the phone. We learn that Kang actually lives alone. That day was her birthday, but she had no one to celebrate with. She sat by herself, eating a small cake. Because her house was very big and empty, Kang was afraid of sleeping alone. So, she had built a small tent inside her home and usually slept there to feel safe. That night, as she was about to sleep in the tent, she suddenly felt the zipper opening by itself. Shocked, she looked up and saw two dead children standing in front of her. The next scene shows Kang at the roadside where those two children had died. She calls the police and reports, "A drunk man caused an accident here and killed these children." Kang knew this because the spirits of the children had told her. At this moment, we realize that Kang has the ability to see dead people. The next day, Kang is on the set of the magic show. She sits alone, eating quietly, when Majo's friend keeps staring at her. Feeling uncomfortable, Kang gets up to leave. Just then, Majo stops her and asks, "Where are you going?" She replies, "I'm going home." But Majo insists, "No, not today. Every day you make excuses and leave. Tonight, you're staying with us. Come on, the whole team is going out to eat. You should come too." After Majo pushes her a lot, Kang finally agrees and goes with them. At the restaurant, while they are eating, Majo's friend starts telling a story. "Do you know what happened last night? My grandmother came into my dream. She was scolding me and asking why I didn't come to see her when she was alive." When Kang hears this, she starts laughing loudly. She had been drinking too much and was behaving strangely. She sits next to Majo and even insults him. She shouts, "I told you not to bring me here. Why did you bring me?" She grabs his shirt and even tears it. After realizing what she did, Kang apologizes to everyone and leaves. The whole team is left shocked by her behavior. The next day, Majo's friend is shown traveling. As he returns from the airport, he receives a call from Kang. She apologizes for her behavior the previous night. But while they are talking, Kang suddenly hears terrifying screams coming from one of the paintings in her house. When Kang looks toward the painting, she sees a spirit slowly coming out of it. Terrified, she screams and hides in the corner of her house. A little while later, the doorbell rings. Kang gathers her courage and opens the door. It's her boss, Majo. He had heard her scream over the phone and rushed to check if she was okay. Inside Kang's house, there isn't much food. The only thing left is a cake that's already 2 days old. Embarrassed, Kang decorates it with whatever she can find and serves it to Meijo. Though awkward, Meijo eats the cake and gently asks, "Are you alright?" Kang forces a smile and says, "Yes, I'm fine." As Meijo gets ready to leave, he notices a small child crouching in a corner of the room. Curious, he asks Kang about him. Kang quickly explains, "Oh, he's a child from the neighborhood. Maybe he's playing hide and seek." Meijo cheerfully suggests, "Let's play with him." But when he turns to look again, the boy has vanished. Moments later, the same child reappears in another corner. Kang becomes uneasy. She knows this child is not alive, but a wandering soul. She tries to stop Meijo, but he doesn't listen. Instead, he hides with Kang to jump out and scare the boy. When they do, the child runs away at lightning speed. Soon after, Meijo leaves Kang's house. Later that night, Kang calls her friend and mentions that her boss had come over. Meanwhile, Meijo is shown sleeping in his own room. Suddenly, he feels someone passing by his bed. His eyes open in shock. He switches on the light and sees the same child from Kang's house standing there. Terrified, Meijo looks into the mirror, only to find the child's reflection standing behind him. Overcome with fear, he runs outside and immediately calls Kang. He shouts, "That child from your neighborhood, he's here, in my house." Kang rushes to Meijo's house carrying a bottle of alcohol. She hands it to him and says softly, "Drink a little first, then I'll explain." After Meijo calms down, Kang whispers in his ear, "I see dead people. That child is not alive. He is a spirit, and he must want to tell us something." Together, they go back into the house. The ghost child appears again and places his hand on Meijo's shoulder. Kang bravely places her hand on the child's hand. Immediately, she sees a vision. In that vision, a woman had been in a terrible accident. Her child had died, but the woman was still alive, barely hanging on. Realizing this, Meijo quickly calls for an ambulance. By morning, the ambulance arrives and rescues the injured woman. As she is taken away, the spirit child smiles, thanks Meijo and Kang for saving his mother, and slowly disappears. After this, Kang takes Meijo to a quiet riverbank. She looks at him and begins to share her painful truth. "Do you know, a few years ago, I also died," she says softly. "I mean, my breathing stopped for a while. I was on a school bus when it had an accident. I was gone for some time, but somehow, I survived. My best friend, however, wasn't as lucky. She died that day." Kang's eyes grow heavy as she continues, "Since then, I started seeing my friend's ghost, and soon, I began to see other dead people too." After Kang shares her painful story, she tells Meijo that everyone began avoiding her once they realized she could see ghosts. Even her own mother and sister had left her alone. Heartbroken, Kang goes to the riverbank and screams out loud, "My friend, how long will you keep me alone? I have many friends online, how will you keep them away from me?" We now understand that the ghost of Kang's dead friend was so powerful that even people around Kang could see her. Because of this, everyone was afraid, and nobody wanted to live with Kang anymore. At this moment, Meijo speaks up bravely and says to the ghost, "Cheap witch, you can't do anything to Kang while I am with her." Then he takes Kang away from the river. The next day, Kang and Meijo go to a bar. Kang drinks heavily again. When it's late, Meijo offers to drop her home, but Kang refuses to go back to her house. So, Meijo decides to take her to his place instead. That night, while Meijo is sleeping, he suddenly feels water dripping onto his face. He wakes up and looks up in horror. The ghost of Kang's dead friend is on the ceiling, terrifying him. Kang quickly covers Meijo's eyes with her hand and whispers, "Don't look at her. Don't pay attention, and she'll leave." But Meijo is still very frightened. To comfort him, Kang sets up a small tent, just like she uses at her own home. Both of them sleep inside the tent together that night. The next morning, Meijo's friend, who had been away for work, returns. She is shocked and angry to see Kang staying there. She insults Kang harshly, saying, "I know you don't have any friends. Even your family abandoned you. If I were in your place, I would have died long ago." Meijo scolds his friend and tells her to stop. But Kang is deeply hurt by these cruel words. She leaves Meijo's house crying. The following morning, when Meijo's team is preparing for their next show, Kang doesn't show up. Meijo feels very sad and worried. Meanwhile, at Kang's house, something unexpected happens. Her online friends, people she had only known through the internet, arrive at her door. They have brought food for her. Kang is overjoyed to see them in person. For the first time in a long while, she feels happy. They sit together. On evening, Kang receives a call from Meijo. His voice is soft but full of emotion. He tells her that he misses her a lot and really wants to meet her. Hearing this, Kang decides to get ready and go see him that night. On her way, she passes by a street magic show. As she glances at the crowd, she suddenly spots the spirit of her dead friend watching her. Terrified, Kang tries to run away, but in her panic, she stumbles and falls onto the stage. Strange hands seem to rise from behind her, holding her tightly. Just then, Meijo rushes to the stage. Acting quickly, he turns the frightening moment into part of his magic show. The audience, unaware of the truth, cheers loudly and enjoys the act. Afterward, while walking together, Kang asks Meijo in a worried voice, "Tell me the truth, are you suffering because of me? Is your life being ruined because of me?" Meijo looks at her with sincerity and replies, "Why would you say that? The truth is, I am nothing without you. I want to spend my whole life with you." Kang is touched by his words and takes him home. The next morning, as Meijo leaves her house, something terrifying happens. On the road, he sees the ghost of Kang's friend again. Suddenly, his car collides with a large crane. Miraculously, he survives, but when he gets out, he notices something shocking: there was no driver inside the crane. At that moment, a huge signboard also falls dangerously close to him, almost crushing him. Meanwhile, Kang is cleaning her house when she finds a locket belonging to her late friend. Holding it tightly, she goes to the hall where Meijo is performing another big magic show. She sits among the audience, watching. During the show, the cupboard is opened once again, but this time, something unexpected happens. A ghost dressed in black emerges from it. When Meijo asks, "Who is your killer?" the ghost first points somewhere else, then suddenly points at Kang. Before anyone can understand, the ghost drags Kang into the cupboard. Everyone in the hall is terrified because this was clearly not part of the planned show. When Meijo opens the cupboard again, Kang is trapped inside a large water-filled aquarium. She struggles to breathe as water surrounds her. Meijo desperately tries to save her. He grabs an axe to break the aquarium, but suddenly he is thrown into the air by an unseen force. He crashes to the ground, unconscious. Inside the aquarium, Kang realizes she has no strength left. She takes out the locket of her friend and holds it forward, as if offering it to the ghost. At this moment, the story shifts back in time, to the day when Kang's school bus accident happened. Kang and her friend were very close. Her friend owned a locket that was very precious because it was her grandmother's last gift. Kang also liked the locket, and one day she asked to wear it. But just when Kang put it on, the school bus had an accident and fell into the river. When rescuers came, they could only save one child. Seeing the expensive locket on Kang's neck, they thought she belonged to a rich family and saved her first. Sadly, Kang's friend died. Later, the locket was given to Kang's mother, who forgot about it. Because of this locket, her friend's soul kept haunting Kang. Back in the present, Kang wears the locket again while trapped in the aquarium. The moment she puts it on, she is freed, but Meijo remains unconscious. Both are taken to the hospital. When Kang sees Meijo injured, she decides to leave him for his own safety. But when Meijo wakes up and learns this, he calls Kang and begs her not to leave. Still, Kang boards a plane to go away. On the plane, the air hostess appears, but suddenly Kang sees her friend's ghost again. The plane starts shaking in danger. At the airport, Meijo hears an announcement that the same plane is returning because of a problem. Realizing Kang is on it, he becomes very happy. When Kang comes back, Meijo runs to her. With tears, he tells her, "I love you. I want to be with you forever. Don't leave me." Kang looks up and shows him her friend's ghost, saying, "She will always stay with me. Even knowing this, do you still love me?" Meijo smiles and says, "Yes. I still love you." They hug each other, finally happy together. The film ends on this happy